Hey, welcome back to Mellow Vibes. I'm in London. It is 6 o'clock, basically on the dot, because I just heard the bell ringing outside. I got here yesterday morning. Sunday morning, rain is falling. So, the rain was not falling, thank God. Um, it has been sunny, which is nice, but still cold, like in the 40s. So, I was on a very long flight. I don't think I've been on a flight that long. It was about 9 hours. And probably the longest before that was probably 8 hours heading to Hawaii. That was on one trip because you have two flights to go to Hawaii. But yeah, so this was like almost 9 hours. They lost my order for some reason. I had to you have to reserve your meal, like the kind of dietary restrictions. So obviously I said vegan, and then they were like, we don't have that. Did you move seats? I'm like, no. And he's like, let me look. And then he's like, we don't have anything that's vegan here. So cool. Good thing I had one of my what is it, Annie Chan, I think, those noodle bowls, and I was just like, can I just have some hot water? Like he gave me some like vegetable korma he was able to find, but it's like it had like cheese and stuff all over it. You know, if I'm struggling, maybe I would, but not on an airplane when it already like affects my body a lot. So, yeah. Uh, yeah, so I got here right before 10. And oh my gosh. Met up with a colleague and we took Uber together. It was like an hour. So like none of the airports are actually in London. So or London proper or whatever. So they're all like that far away. It's my first time at Heathrow because I've been to Gatwick and I've been to another one, I think. So it was very big, and I felt like I walked for miles. When you're like trying to just exit, and it's like you're just on these flat escalators or whatever you call them for like the longest time. Is it the longest time? I don't know if you call it escalator or conveyor belt or something, but it was like miles, and it was like, do I need to stop for food and water? There's no bathrooms on the way. Like it was just forever. Um, so got to the hotel probably around. I didn't even get out of the airport until 11. That's how long it was for me to get out, and I don't check bags. So like, I just I usually don't check bags. I'm gonna check my bag on my next flight, my next trip actually. Um, so there's really no reason why it took that long. It's just that's how long the walk was. So I was out by like 11. I think it was actually like 10:45 ish. We got outside. And then we're in the Uber by 11, right before, and then we didn't get here till like 12. And then we could drop off our bags, but we couldn't check in. So it's like, oh, let's go to this restaurant, because I had scoped out like the restaurants in the area, like what had vegan stuff. One was right next door. That was like a whole thing. We were we had just ordered, and then she spotted like a whole group of other colleagues, and then they joined us. So it was like 7 of us. The person got my order wrong, but then said that I didn't order what I ordered. And I'm like, sir, like, why would I order meat? And then told me I still had to pay for it because they already cooked it. So, not going there again. And the food, I mean, what I did actually get was a wrap and then these little pumpkin balls. Like, so he brought me these little meatballs and not the pumpkin balls. And once I got the pumpkin balls, it was pretty good, but not for me to go back. And like this apple ginger drink was good, but it was like actually very sweet. So I was like, forget it. And then today I got up. I was gonna say I got up early, but that's not true at all. But I got up and left the house early to go to the market around the corner to see what they had, to get some things that I could just have here, that I could just leave out because there's no fridge, there's no microwave. I've been in a hotel without a microwave, but never without a fridge. So it's really bizarre. But maybe not because they have a restaurant attached to this, like not the restaurant we went to, but like they have their own in, like it's on the where you check in at reception. The restaurant is right there, so I guess maybe they don't want you to have food. They want you to like use their patron their restaurant, but whatever. But it had really good prices at the market. I got like four pink ladies, 6 green apples. That's for €3, and then it was like 2 for $3 for like these fruits. So and then also I got some grapes and cherries, 2 for €3. And then I got, I think it was 2 for $2.50 for these little like biscuits. You know, biscuits are cookies, whatever. Little digestive cookies. One has milk in it, so I'm actually just gonna pack that up and give it to my fiance. I'll pack it for DR. So yeah, I was like, this is not bad. Like I have things that I can eat. Yeah, so that, and then so I met up with my buddy. So at work we each have buddies. Like, you know, when you start onboarding, they pair you with somebody. And so I met up with him. You know, it was so weird. It was like really overwhelming to see everybody in real life and to be in an office. Like I haven't been in an office in several years, so it was very overwhelming. I'm an introvert. Like it's like energy draining from my soul. So, but yeah, I met up with my buddy, which was nice, and my manager. But my other teammates weren't there. My one regular teammate, and then we have a new one that's not new to the company, but new to moving to my team. So I guess I'll meet up with them tomorrow. But so with my buddy, we went for like a walk together, and then we were just gonna like have lunch since we were out. But then, so one of the places I went, like I saved a bunch of these restaurants. So one of the restaurants, it was a Caribbean restaurant. They had some like vegan options, which is like not usual for a lot of Caribbean restaurants. And it says it's supposed to be open at 12. Get there, open the door. He's like, we're not open. And I'm like, okay, it says 12. He's like, we're opening at 1:30. I'm like, okay. So like, all right, I'll push my lunch back. 1:30, I go over there. The door is locked this time. I'm just like, done, scratched off the list. This is like ridiculous. I was talking to my cousin about it, and she's like, yeah, other places are so not customer centered at all. I'm like, clearly. So then I was like, forget it, I'll go to the other place, because everything I wanted to go to was like really right on the street. So there's another place called En Route, and it's like, oh, it's vegan. It's like strictly vegan with like an Indian twist. So that was the best, and I'll probably continue going there. I mean, there's still like I think 2 other places that I wanted to try, but I will probably continue to just go there because it's so good. Like I just finished my leftovers from lunch, and I had like it was like para puri, something like that, taco. I'm not gonna remember the names of these, but it was like some kind of flaky crust thing as like the outside of the taco, like a tortilla, but it's like flaky. And I'll have to put the picture. And it was like filled with like a mushroom jerk plantain mix, and like cabbage and different things. These little beet chickpea cups, like it was so fancy looking. Like these little like crisp like rice, I don't know, layer like little circle cups that have beets and chickpeas in it, and you pour like tamarind sauce on top, tamarind date sauce, and then cauliflower and oyster mushroom wings. So yeah, like by far the best food that I've had thus far. Although, okay, this is the second place I've gone to. But I mean, just overall, because the first time I was in London, I really didn't care for anything I had. So this place to me was great. It was flavorful. It was affordable. Like even if I hadn't had to pay for this freaking order that I didn't actually order yesterday, and had only paid for like the things that I had actually ordered, what I ordered today at this place still was cheaper than the other place. And that was kind of just like okay. Like the Lebanese place was just like kind of average, but this was really, really good, and it was cheap. I was just like, this is crazy. Like I got, those things for 17 pounds. My job is giving me 25 pounds a day to spend on food and drinks. So, and then I spent like the rest of that, like I said, I spent like 8 at the market this morning. So, I'm making out pretty good so far. And I was just like really wowed by like that place. And there's other things that I want that are there. They have like some kind of different kind of Indian pizzas. So I'm gonna try that. They have like some different like vegan desserts. Like I said, it's all vegan. So super excited. It's actually attached to this like movie theater. And they have a bar too. So I think that will be my spot. Like I said, I think there's maybe 2 places still that I want to try. I think they're both Asian. So, and then, so I want to try to, if I can make it out of work on time. A lot of people stay till like 6, but they usually come in later. But I start 9. I do 9 to 5. A lot of people do 10 to 6. And I want to be able to get to the last hour of, there's a Black History Museum like around the corner too. Like everything's here. And that is, yeah, it's only open till 6. I really was supposed to go yesterday, but I didn't have energy. That would have been probably the better day, but anyway. It's like a £5 entry fee, and then I was just like, I don't know anything about British Black history. We learned about US Black history, and so I don't know anything here across the pond, so figure I'll take a look. That's really the only sightseeing I want to do. They all went like sightseeing yesterday, and I was just like, nope, I'm good. And they messaged, like I ran into somebody else yesterday later. I was already in my PJs, and he's like, oh, they just said, a group of them just said they were at Big Ben. I'm like, he was gonna meet up with them. I'm like, nope. Been there, done that. So I was like, I really don't need to see things twice. So I'm good. Yeah, the time that I came here in 2016, that was for sightseeing. I'm not interested this time around. I'm here for work, and I'm here to sleep. And here to eat food that I don't have to pay for. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And to meet up with my friend. So hopefully, he's actually kind of sick, so we'll see. But and then there's like, they've put so much stuff on our calendar. So I was actually supposed to go out to dinner tonight with my team, but like I said, like one of my team members didn't come today, and then the other one, he was like he had just come in today, so he wasn't trying to do anything. So we're just gonna probably have lunch later in the week, and then we're all having dinner. Not all, but like about 25 of us. The new like CRO invited all of us to his house tomorrow night, so I have to be like packed in a house with like 30 people. So pray for me. So, and as you can see, I'm like dressed because, why not? Like, I'm not a professional clothes person, but I saw this and I had to have it. So I bought it a while ago. And so I'm blinged out in green and in gold today. Had I not been so behind schedule, I could have put in my gold hair jewelry, but I actually started with the top knot, and then it just was not working for me today. It just didn't look right today. Sometimes it's like you don't do really anything different, but for some reason it's not working. So I took it down a few hours into the day. But I had this and like these my little black heeled booties. So I really drew a lot of attention. Not only the boldness of the color, the fact that I was dressed professionally, because that's just not like what we do. and then the fact that I was wearing click clack heels. I so didn't want to get up every time I got up because like it's just noticeable. And then on top of that, I sit down at not even my desk. I'm at someone else's desk who's out for the next few days. And I sit down and I'm like, yo, these shoes are falling apart. And I never even noticed, you know, when they start to like peel and crack, like the faux leather. And but then like the bottom of my heel was like hanging off. I didn't even know. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. I hope nobody saw that. And then so I like fixed it. And then when I got home, when I got to the hotel and I took my shoes off, I was like, I should probably just throw these away. Like the bottom of the heel was gone. And I'm like, oh my gosh, please tell me you didn't like, it's not in the office somewhere where it's visible. But the office space is really cool too. I'll have to like, I took like a picture of the outside. I didn't take a picture of the inside of the office. So maybe another time. But like, the outside of it is like super cute and like it's a rooftop level, like the penthouse level, and so there's like a rooftop. I didn't go to the rooftop yet, but I was just super overwhelmed with everything. I was just like, okay. I've not been around this many people in literally like 6 or 7 years, if it wasn't like a group of my family. So yeah. So that's the update. There's not really much to show about this room, so like I'm not really gonna do room tour. I'm like, am I really gonna stay in here all night? But like, where else am I gonna go? I literally could go to, I was about to say the name of the restaurant, I'm not going to, but I could go to that restaurant that I went to twice today and they said we were closed because I know they actually, a lot of the reviews are like, oh, this is great in the nighttime. Whatever, if it's great in the nighttime. They're actually supposed to be open in the daytime too. But like I was like, oh, I could go there for like drinks or happy hour or whatever, but no, because then I'd actually be spending my money. So so I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna like turn on the TV, like watch a movie, whatever. And then I'm remembering that it's still like very much daytime where I normally am at, and like for everybody else. So I'll probably get some calls. So I've been able to check in on Roman. I'll put a picture of that too, and talk to him. And he's just like he's probably like, what's going on? Because he hears my voice. And I was able to like watch him eat and make sure like the feeder was coming down on time and everything. So he's so cute. Yeah, I had paused my internet for next month for when I'm gone to DR, and then I realized I have to call them and unpause it because I need the internet because it's hooked up to my camera to watch him. So I have to do that. Like, oh, maybe I should do that right now. Yeah, maybe I'll do that right now. Okay, well, peace and mellow vibes.